salutations, my dearest friends. My name is Samantha, and today I'm going to be doing my makeup with you guys, but I'm also going to be doing another romance hot take video where I talk about my personal thoughts on BookTok. TikTok, that is books. TikToks that talk about books. BookTok. That's what we're talking about today. Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be another romance hot take video, but it's going to be a little bit more casual. I am sitting on my floor right now doing the intro because I forgot to film the intro, but I will switch the video to my makeup vanity that is to the right of me because I'm going to be doing my makeup as I talk about a romance hot take. And the topic is going to be TikTok. BookTok in particular, my thoughts on it. Do I like it? Do I not like it? Some of my favorite TikTok accounts to watch, to follow, to support, all of that jazz. We're going to talk about it. The quality of this video is a little questionable because I got some new new equipment, new ring light, new camera, new everything. So I'm trying to test everything out and I had a little bit of technical difficulties. My camera died and I didn't realize it. My microphone wasn't on and I didn't realize it. A lot was going on in this video, but it's a more casual one, so I hope you don't mind. And that's it. That's about all of my updates. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm going to get right to the program where I do my makeup and I chat with you guys. So I'll see you in just a couple seconds. Hello, hi, hello. My hair looks so crazy and I'm in my pajamas, but I promise we're gonna put some makeup on this face right now. So yeah, today's just going to be a really chill video. I'm going to be doing my makeup and talking about BookTok, TikTok, my thoughts on it. This is kind of like one of my romance hot take videos, but I'm throwing in makeup. You know what I mean? I'm going to do my makeup as I'm talking. I'm breaking out right now. It's all hormonal breakouts. But it is what it is. Did I turn my microphone on? I don't know if I turned my microphone on. One second. I'm pretty sure it's on. But I'm testing out a new camera and a new ring light, so let me know the quality of this video. Is it fine? Is it fine? Let me know. So let's just do the dang thing. This video is absolutely inspired by Rachel from Rachel Reads and Sings. She does this type of video on her channel where she does her makeup as she's like wrapping up her books, and it's like just so much fun because books and makeup are truly two of my favorite things in the entire world. If I'm looking off to the side, it's because that's where my mirror is. If I had it anywhere else, you could kind of see it in the background and it looked weird. So yeah, we're just gonna do my makeup. I'm gonna try my best to list all of the makeup products that I'm using down below, but really this isn't a makeup video. It's more just like a chill chat with me type of video. I don't do makeup professionally. I used to freelance a long time ago in a different lifetime, truly. So honestly, this is just for fun. It's nothing special. I'm not a professional. Just like a note, something to note is I wear a lot more makeup when I'm filming because usually I have ring lights and lighting. I always film at like midnight, so I use a lot of ring lights to just brighten up my room, which tends to wash me out. So I like to go a little bit heavier on the makeup, if that makes sense. I said I wasn't going to talk about the makeup, but I'll splice it in here and there. Man, I need to like do my hair. I'll do it after I do my makeup. I'm going to do my foundation. This is the Kat Von D Good Apple foundation in the shade Medium 054. This is like the foundation that went viral on TikTok, and it is so full coverage. It's insane. So it's my filming foundation because it's way too full coverage to like wear anywhere else, but it's really good when I film. So that's what I'm going to do. Like, look how freaking full coverage that is. It is crazy. Alright, so my thoughts on BookTok. That's kind of what this video is going to be all about. Okay. TikTok, I didn't get a TikTok for a really long time. I think I got a TikTok like, well, this year, maybe? Yeah, the beginning of this year is when I really got a TikTok and then made my own TikTok for like BookTok videos. I think that TikTok is very inventive. I love that you can find literally anything. Like, whatever you like, you can find. There's cleaning TikToks, there's mom and parent TikToks, there is book TikTok, there's fashion TikTok, funny videos, dancing videos, a little bit of everything. By the way, I'm filming kind of late on Christmas Day, and I think there's like fireworks outside, so at least I hope it's fireworks. Yikes. Anyways, so if you hear any noises, that's what it is. I personally like the algorithm of TikTok a little bit better. Like, I've noticed, like, if I start watching the same type of content on TikTok, it will recommend me more videos that are very similar to that content. And also, the content that I post really reaches the target audience. I feel like unlike Instagram, you can kind of just get lost in the abyss, versus TikTok, I don't know, is just, I like the algorithm better, if that makes sense. Before I dive into like my personal thoughts on BookTok, I just want to talk about really quickly like some of my favorite accounts to follow. I love Madison from Princess of Paperback. I think she's my favorite TikTok channel. Like, TikTok account, username. I think she's like my favorite person to follow on TikTok. 1, she's gorgeous. 2, she's hilarious. 3, she recommends the best books literally ever. And I just really like her TikTok. She's so consistent, and anytime she posts something, I either like immediately download a book she recommends, or I'm just cracking up. So yeah, she's absolutely like my favorite person to follow on TikTok. I also really love Avery's TikTok from, I think she recently changed her YouTube name. I think it's Ava Reads Romance now. She is also a romance reader here on YouTube, and she's very consistent with her TikToks. And the reason I love hers is she does a ton of like recommending books. Like, she'll pick a specific trope and recommend a ton of books in just like this very quick 15-second video. And again, I'm like constantly downloading her recommendations. My main thought about BookTok is I love it. I freaking love it. I am a lover of romance through and through. And if you're a romance reader, you would know there is a lot of stigma when it comes to reading romance. A lot of people tend to judge the genre or overlook the genre. It's always the books that are in the back of the store. Like, even on BookTube, fantasy books and thriller books are definitely more so promoted. And yeah, if you're a romance reader, you kind of know. You know. Whenever you tell people that you read romance, you get one of two reactions. Either romance readers themselves, they get really excited, or they completely despise romance and they kind of like look at you like you're not a real reader. If you know, you know. But I love TikTok because it really brings attention to the romance genre. And again, it is a platform where you can find anything. You're a fantasy reader, you can find a channel for it. You're a romance reader, you can find a channel for it. You want very specific, like, obscure recommendations that you never thought was a trope, you can find a channel for it. And again, it's in like these quick 15-second videos, so it's very easily digestible. Is that the word? Like, it's very easy to watch 5 TikToks, get a bunch of recommendations, rather than going on YouTube and like watching a 30-minute video. So I think it's just more accessible, it brings more attention to the romance genre, and it really has boosted the sales for romance. Whether you like TikTok or not, you cannot deny that it has done something for marketing. It really has. Anytime you go into any bookstore, Barnes & Noble, Savers, what other bookstores are there? My brain is blanking. As soon as you walk in, there is a table that says like TikTok recommended, TikTok popular. There are some titles that were like published in like 2015 that TikTok has boosted all over again. And it's amazing. Like, it's so exciting. I love seeing those tables and seeing like what different TikTokers are recommending, because it's like so vast and random, the type of books that tend to get really hyped up. Now, two sides of a coin, right? There's good and bad of everything. And I know that a lot of people have frustration about these hyped up books on TikTok because everybody talks about them, right? They're like, oh my goodness, I'm tired of hearing about this book. Everybody talks about it, blah, blah, blah. I don't like that mentality, if I'm being completely honest. Now, this is more of a personal opinion. I have many people who feel this way, and that's like totally fine. Again, this is all personal opinion. But I don't like when people are like, oh, that book is so hyped. Why is everyone recommending it? Why is everyone talking about it? And it's like, obviously it's hyped for a reason, because it's good. Like, why does it matter if the same book is being talked about? Like, obviously people are enjoying the content, and if you don't want to read it, you don't have to read it. Me, I think books are hyped up for a reason, so I don't get bothered when I tend to see like the same book being promoted over and over again. I just get really excited for the author. Like, that's awesome for them that their book is reaching such a wide audience. Something that kind of also I disagree with is, I know a lot of people feel like TikTokers are trying to create something new and they're just reinventing old things. Like, I don't know how to explain that. Like, I know a lot of people feel a little irritated about some of the books that are being recommended on TikTok, because they're books that the BookTube community or romance readers on Instagram were reading 5-10 years ago and weren't really getting any attention, and now they're getting recycled on TikTok and getting all of this attention and making it seem like TikTok is the one who really brought it forward, when really this book was good and has been good for a long time. I have mixed feelings about this. I don't really like, I don't know how to say this, and I don't want to like be offensive or anything, because I know a lot of like my own booktuber friends who feel this way, and like their opinion is completely valid. Like, to me it doesn't matter if this book was being talked about 10 years ago. Like, we can still talk about it, we can still love on it. There's constantly people that are new to the genre, that are new to social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I discovered BookTube 2 years ago. 2 years ago, when I was a romance reader in high school, I had no idea that BookTube even existed. I randomly found like a video on The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstein and like stumbled on to the romance community. So all of the books that were being talked about are books that I had heard for the very first time. So you never know where people are at in their romance journey, and maybe they need those staple books because they haven't heard of them before. So I don't really love when people are like, oh, well, I read that book 5 years ago. I'm like, that's great, but like, people are entering into the romance community at different stages in their life, and maybe they just hadn't heard about that book and now they have an opportunity to do so. I don't feel like we constantly have to be talking about new releases and new books, because I mean, that's a whole other conversation about consumerism, but we don't always have to be talking about the latest and greatest thing. Like, it's okay if we're talking about a book that was published 5-10 years ago. Also, like, people on TikTok are generally a little bit younger. Not always. I don't want to make a generalization. The way I see it is, these books are getting more attention, which means the romance community is getting more attention, which means romance itself is being more normalized and kind of defeating the stigma. So I don't mind it. And someone had commented on my video one time. I don't remember what video it was, and I don't remember who said it, so I'm very sorry. But they had basically said that romance readers or the romance community can be very gatekeepy. I think, you know what, this was on a video where I was talking about like women's fiction, and they were saying like, it doesn't matter if it's women's fiction or if it's romance. If people are enjoying the book, that's all that matters, and that romance readers can be kind of gatekeepy. And I tend to agree with that. I actually do. Even I have been like overly detailed about romance, and it's like, at the end of the day, people are just enjoying what they're reading, and it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just books. I feel like it's sometimes is like BookTube versus BookTok, and that type of energy is just a little toxic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is gatekeepy. Like, BookTube feels like they're the trendsetters for the romance community, and they are. Like, they definitely are. There were a lot of content creators who were promoting romance, and that's amazing. But now the platform has opened up even more, and we should be excited for that. I think we should be excited for that. So I talked about how TikTok is normalizing reading romance, but let's talk about how it could be potentially contributing to the stigma of romance. So a lot of times, you will see TikTok videos where it's like, romances with discreet covers, romances that don't look like romances, and I don't really like that. And I know a part of that is because TikTok does censor a lot. which is frustrating. But at the end of the day, so does every other social media platform. And I have heard other TikTok creators basically say that if they have romances that have like abs on the cover or very like steamy covers, like a clinch cover, that their videos will get flagged for review. That is super annoying, honestly, because I hate the illustrated covers. You guys already know how I feel about that. I love the outrageous clinch covers that are just overtly romance. Like, you look at the book and you can immediately know it's romance. Immediately know. It's some of my favorite thing because I feel like it really celebrates the romance genre. I'm not a fan of the illustrated covers, but we already know this. But TikTok tends to censor a lot of those covers, so what people have been starting to do is post videos where it's like discreet romances or books that you can read in public without like being embarrassed. And I don't like that because I think it contributes to the stigma of romance being something taboo and unacceptable and embarrassing and less than other genres. Because I've never fucking seen, sorry, I didn't mean to curse. I've never seen a video where it's like discreet thriller books, discreet nonfiction books. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares about any other cover and any other genre but romance, and it's infuriating. If you're reading a romance, be proud. Be a proud romance reader. Who freaking cares? I have read clinch covers, ab covers at work, and do you think anybody tells me anything? No, because it's my personal hobby, my personal journey, and like, who cares? And if someone asks me what I'm reading, I'll say it. I'm reading a romance. I'm reading historical romance. And if they want to get sassy with me, let them get sassy. Maybe I can teach them a few things about the beauty of the genre. There's nothing to be embarrassed about, honestly. So that's like the only thing that frustrates me about TikTok is I feel like it can contribute to that stigma, and it makes me really sad because this generation is very understanding and very inclusive, or it's trying its best to be. And that is just like a step back to me. It's like just contributing to the patriarchy, and why should you embarrass about what you're reading? And I feel like it has the opposite effect of what they're trying to do. And it's really annoying. It really is annoying. And I feel like also they're kind of the reason why we have illustrated covers. I feel like now we're moving into this space of illustrated covers because it's more marketable. It's less embarrassing. And the more they post this type of content, the more publishers are going to continue to give them illustrated covers, which is super frustrating. It's frustrating that TikTok censors it. It's frustrating that young people, or really any romance reader, feels the need like they have to be ashamed of what they're reading or they have to hide what they're reading. Alright, I was definitely like taking way too long to do my makeup, like literally way too long. I've been doing my makeup for an hour and I've just been yapping. So I did my brows and my lips, and now we're doing my eyes, okay? This I will link below because I love it. I'll try to link everything below if I remember. This is from Shop Miss A. It's $1. It's from their AOA Studio line. It's called their Neon Buttercream Gel Liner Shadow. That's a tongue twister. In the shade Optimistic. And it's just this like blue cream liner. And it is so stinking pretty. I don't know if you can see that. It's all over my eyes. So whenever you see me wearing like a baby blue eyeshadow, this is it, because I freaking love this color. And I just take a whole bunch of it on my brush and I apply it all over my lid. I usually use this as like a one shadow look, and it will stay all day. It doesn't crease, and it's just super bright and neon. Like, I don't feel like you can tell on camera how freaking bright it is. It just makes me happy. I love wearing colored eyeshadow. I'm going to set this eyeshadow. It normally doesn't need to be set, but I'm going to use this color right here, just in the crease, to add a little bit more of an easier blend. Just go like that all over the crease. I want literally it to be blue, just blown out and super bright. Those are kind of just my brief thoughts about TikTok. I think it's fun. I think it's inventive. I'm happy that romance is getting attention. I love that some older books are getting attention. I dislike when people are kind of contributing to the stigma of romance, even though they're romance readers themselves. Or if they kind of like shame books that have those clinch covers or overtly like romancy covers with abs. I don't like when people use the verbiage of calling romance cheesy or like a guilty pleasure. Like, I just don't like that verbiage whatsoever. Like, you should never feel guilty over something that brings you pleasure as long as it's not harming anyone. So I definitely don't like that. My camera is really gonna die, so I need to finish my makeup. I'm pretty much done. I literally just threw this blue eyeshadow everywhere. All I need to do is mascara, finish my hair, put on a cardigan, and then I will be back to finish this video. Hi, hello, how are you? I just got out the shower, so my hair is a mess as always, but I forgot to film the outro last night. I'm like, ignore the mess in the background, but I forgot to film my outro last night. I ended up filming another video, so you guys saw what makeup look I created there. I did a books I got for Christmas, kind of like book haul, which I will link down below, but I just wanted to like close out this video so it wasn't so awkward towards the end. And yeah, so those are kind of like my thoughts on BookTok. I'm editing the video now, and I realized like I didn't really say all of my thoughts, and I feel like I could do a part 2, but something I didn't really touch on was TikTok being, what is the word? Clickbaity. Like, a lot of people using certain verbiage or certain pictures to really grab a reader's attention. I know some people get kind of frustrated with that. To me, I don't get frustrated with clickbait content, not on TikTok at least, because they literally have 15 seconds. I actually think they extended the time that you can post your TikTok, maybe like 30-60 seconds, but you only have like less than a couple minutes to really get your point across, so you have to use like strong verbiage and like really attention grabbing pictures and music to get your point across. So I know a lot of people dislike the fact that they think that TikTok is clickbaity. I don't personally mind it. I know a lot of people also don't like the verbiage that's used on TikTok. A lot of romance readers on the platform like to describe romances as like spicy or steamy, and that also is kind of like a verbiage that irritates some people, like, because calling a book spicy is so opinionated and so relative, because like a book that has like one sex scene could be really spicy to a romance reader who's just getting into the genre, but to like me or other people who have read the genre for a long time, it's not really spicy at all. I understand why people don't like using that verbiage, but also in the same token, everything about books is opinion based. Like, even giving star ratings, like, that's someone's personal opinion, and it can vary from person to person. The only thing that I will agree with is I don't like how often the word smut is used on TikTok, because I don't think people understand what smut is. They call pretty much like any book with sex on it that's not Fade to Black a smutty book. And I'm like, but it's really not, though. Just because it has sex on page doesn't make it overtly steamy, and it doesn't make it smut. If something is an erotica or a smut book, like it's in that genre and in that space, it's usually because the main plot is the sex between the characters, and it really doesn't have like an extensional plot, not a lot is going on, doesn't have a lot of side characters. It really is just focused on the intimate relationship between the characters. That's a smut book, that's an erotica book, and it's usually a little shorter than a typical historical romance or traditionally published book. Just because it has sex on page does not make it smut. Like, I see so many people calling like fantasy books by like Sarah J. Maas or contemporary books like Christina Lauren's smut, and I'm like, but it's really not, though. There's so much like external plot going on, and it's not just focused on the sex. And like, it boggles my mind when they call something smut and it only has like 2 sex scenes on it. I don't know, maybe I'm just like the type of person who reads like a lot of steamy books that I'm just like not fazed by any of it. So yeah, that's the only thing that actually does bother me that I didn't really mention. But I'm gonna do probably a part 2 to this video, because I look really crazy right now, and I just kind of wanted to end this video here. So let me know your thoughts on TikTok. I hope you guys enjoyed this romance hot take video. If there are any other conversations or topics you want me to discuss, just let me know. And as always, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend time with me. It means the world to me. I hope you guys are all staying happy and healthy, and I'll see you next time.